Hey, Patrick, the times they are a changing. How are you, brother?
Hi Dale, hi Dale.
All
Yeah,
right.
I'm doing good. I can't believe how fast time flies, man, because
Uh, yeah,
it's every 3 months that we catch up and it's already another quarter bites the
yeah,
dust.
but we finally had some resolution since you and I talked. Gold breaking out to new all-time
Yes.
highs. I know the gold-silver ratio is still favoring
Yeah,
gold for a while, but the miners turned and put on a pretty good performance. So you got to be happy about that.
yeah, there's still a lot of way to go, but gold's beating inflation. It's still stuttering versus the SPX. To get full tailwinds, the precious metals complex, silver, the miners, they need gold to really not just outperform on its own chart, not just outperform inflation, but it needs to really steal the capital flows away from the SPX. But
Right.
we're not quite there yet. The gold silver ratio is kind of getting me worried a little bit because I want silver to break
Do you
out.
have
I wouldn't be
anything you
worried.
want to share, Patrick?
Yeah,
We
I'll
have a
share you.
blank screen.
Let me.
Okay, so is bothering you because we I know that for a real true precious metal bull market, I want to see the ratio going the other way.
That's right.
Right? Are you in that
Yes.
camp?
Well, you guys see my screen?
Yeah.
So yeah, but we got to be careful because back in the 2000s, the gold silver ratio, uh, sometimes it just went sideways, it went nowhere, and both gold and silver were going up. So the gold silver ratio plummeting is it's good for silver. That means you want to own silver instead of owning gold. But the gold silver ratio could still be going sideways and up,
And
and
they
gold and
both
silver
could
can
go
still
up.
be going up, but just silver won't
Right.
be outperforming. But in
Is
I
that
want
where
to
you
see
think we're
silver.
at?
Sorry.
Do you think that's what's happening here?
I'll show you some big charts, some big picture
That it
chart.
doesn't matter. Price is everything. If silver to me breaks out over
Yes.
$26,
Well,
that's
okay.
going to be a big deal.
Yeah. So let's do silver. So silver, remove
Oh, there
drawings.
you
Let me
go.
put it on the. Let's say we're close to quarterly. So let's do a quarterly chart. Remove my cloud. Okay. So here, silver for a whole like for the just before this week, silver was above, like clearly above a breakout line on the quarterly chart. One, two, three. It's a pretty nice, it's a zone, but it's a pretty nice breakout line here. It's above. The issue I have is it was more above. And how many trading days we have left there, Dale? Are the futures traded Friday?
Um,
Probably lightly, right?
CFDs, I don't think futures
Yeah.
will.
So we have today and tomorrow, but this is what I don't like is during the intra month, we were all the way like the wick was
Yeah.
crazy here. It was like if we get that breakout and then it would be also a horizontal line breakout from like a pull flag, that would have been epic. But now it's getting sold into.
Yeah.
I think the market's trying to make that close below that breakout line, or at the very least, yeah, and subdue it. Maybe there's maybe here this shorter term, less steep angled trend line here, probably morphing into existence. Let me remove that one. So maybe that the market's trying to contain it, slow it down a little bit here. Yeah, maybe that's morphing into existence, right? You need three touch points. So maybe this is going to happen a little quarter down and then move up. But it's not convincing now. Like, even if we do get the close where it is now for silver on the quarterly chart, I'm not, ugh, it's not what you want, right? Like, you want convince. And
Yeah.
I'll go on the monthly also because it's a quarterly close, but it's also a monthly close.
Yeah.
And then the trend line is going to be a little higher on the
Okay.
quarterly, on the day. And look at that on the intra month,
Yeah.
on the
Right there.
monthly.
Yeah. Right
It
there.
was above during the month. It was
Yeah.
above. But look, the market came in and saying, you're not breaking out this month. And I'm pretty sure that here's a less steep one here morphing into existence. So it's not bearish. Somebody told me,
No.
Patrick, if silver doesn't break out this month, are you bearish? It doesn't work that way. It's right now, it's neutral. It's going sideways, higher lows, but it's not doing higher highs
Yeah,
yet. And for an
there's
upwards channel,
nothing bearish about it either.
no,
So
exactly. You don't short this. Yeah,
yeah,
it's
yeah.
like there's it's just you don't do anything with it now.
I'm
There's
looking
nothing
at
to
like,
do.
do you have levels around say 2320? I have a lot of MAs that come in there. That's where I would be a buyer
Yes.
if we got a pullback.
Well, the 23, this is the high volume node. So this is the volume per price. And the exact highest peak of volume is at 2023. So that's, if you're above
Okay,
that, that's support. If you're below
okay.
that, that's resistance. So
Oh,
it's
interesting.
coiled and tight. Look, these are the patterns we dream of. It's
Yeah,
like coiled and tight above support. The only
yeah.
thing people have to do now is just be patient and don't jump the gun. Just wait, guys, because this is going to be, you could do a whole bunch of measured moves. Like, I don't know, have fun with it. But
And I
after what,
talked to a guy, Patrick, who's in the physical market, and the public is so discouraged because, they're watching Bitcoin and the S&Ps, and they paid ridiculous spreads for physical metal. And then I talked to a mining analyst, and Fabi said that silver is the most hated metal out there.
yes,
So
well,
that's
that's what,
really bullish to me.
well, it's a bullish setup, but that's what a 4-year consolidation is going to do to you,
Yeah. Yeah. And
right?
watching everything else go up, and
Yes,
you've committed capital and it's doing nothing.
yes,
And you feel like, a clown.
yes, exactly. So,
Plus, I got
but
ripped off buying physical at 10% premium in and out. So they needed 20% to BE.
I know, yeah,
They were, the industry really sabotage themselves by being greedy like that.
yeah, those
Anyway,
premiums, it's crazy. Like that's why I own gold and silver, but as a stacker, but as a trader, there's no reason to be long silver now as a trader. There's like, there's the setup's there, guys. You just gotta be patient. You just gotta be patient. So that's kind of worrisome because I'll overlay here recessions on top of silver chart. And silver, like pretty much any metal. Hey, where's my recession? Okay, it's loading. Here, silver likes to bottom in the abyss of recessions, like here, the GFC. See, silver was already recovering before the GFC. Here was
yeah,
bottoming in the 2000s. Here on the way down. You see these V shapes there that silver does. It's often here peaks and then goes down, bottoms in here a little bit, bottoms in the abyss of a recession. So I think here, this section here was the market was pricing in a good probability of a recession here. Whether officially or not they declared it, doesn't matter, right? Silver, the market was pricing it in. So as long as silver doesn't break out, I'm still worried that we could have some type of drop, right? You need silver to break out. Like, let's say here, sometimes I think I have a feeling we're close to like a 2000 scenario where we could move up. And then after that, the recession that everybody thought we're having here is probably going to be here, but from silver at a higher price point, right? And then
yeah, I,
the
I
50,
like that. Yeah,
yes,
maybe even in the 40s first.
yes, like wherever it goes, and even a 50% retracement, whatever, like a huge drop, you're still going to be now above this, right? Because that's going to be the 28
Yeah,
level is probably is going to be support, right?
yeah.
So that's
Nice
the bull.
thought, man. I like it.
But
And that's
uh,
going to be another pullback to buy.
yes, well, at least not buy the bounce here, but at least wait for that pullback to end. And once it ends, then you get a beautiful pull flag, and
Yeah,
then that's what you play, right? You play the measured move out of that
yeah.
flag, like whether it's the flag could be long, could be short. That's why, guys, I tell people never jump the gun. Even if you're hitting support, it's supposed to bounce. It could bounce and just tumble for 6 months,
Well,
1 year.
that's
Who
what
knows?
stops are for.
Yes.
So I mean,
So
you
never.
could trade. You can attempt. I can attempt along at 2320 and risk 2275 to possibly catch this before the next move up. That'd be a pretty good break to buy. Um, you know, you can't get into the ring without expecting that you're going to get hit. So, you tactically probe markets and protect at the same time. Probe and protect. So, yeah, it's my style. I'll buy a break.
Yeah.
and I'll have a, a defined risk on the trade. I don't buy it and then say, well, it takes out that support area. Well, let's see what happens tomorrow.
No,
I've
yes.
done that. I've
Yeah.
done that. That's the road of destruction.
It's a road of destruction. Once you've realized you're entering a correction consolidation, that's when you got to step away.
Yeah,
Or because look, let's say you're in an uptrend, you go up, it's going up, guys. It's fine, right? Let's look here in 2007. You're going up, it's great.
yeah,
As soon as you start having a momentum breakdown, the momentum here, that's a distance from the 36 month moving average. As soon as it breaks down, you're not going up as fast as you used to. You're slowing
yeah,
down. So that means there's a correction happening. That moving average is catching up. It could happen in time and or price, right?
yeah.
It's either violent
Right.
price correction and then the moving average catches up, or it's
Yeah.
time. But this is opportunity cost. And as soon as you realize that, you got to step away, because look at this. Once you go
At least with
neutral,
part of it, take
yes,
partial
yeah, yeah,
profit.
sure. Take part of it, take all of it out. I don't mind. Take all of it. I'm never scared of because people, they trick themselves. They say, "Oh, what if it goes up? I'm going to miss 10, 20%." Who cares? Because you locked in those gains. But the
Yeah.
in hindsight, you'll say, "Oh, let's say the price goes up." In hindsight, people say, "Ah, I was wrong to exit." No, you weren't wrong. You had momentum breakdown. The price was halting. Yes, it could be a short consolidation. It could be a long one. You don't know. And in hindsight, you think you knew, but you didn't know. So this consolidation could have actually went down here, just like here in the 2008. Somebody here in 2008, let's say the measured move from this pull flag, let's say it got reached, and then after that you have a momentum breakdown here, and then you say, "Oh, I'm gonna hold on. I think it's gonna be a short consolidation," right? You're drawing this bullish roadmap, right? You think it's gonna break up, but look, this could also happen, because once you're neutral, you're one step closer to down. So when you're going up, before you go down, you have to go neutral first. Once you realize you're neutral, you have to decide now, because you're not up anymore and you're one step closer to going down. So from a statistical probability wise, while yes, on the longer term, you're an uptrend, there's opportunity cost, because you're probably going to go sideways. And if something bad happens, like
Yeah.
the GFC or something like that, then you're down. Like there's so many examples of this.
Hey,
Like,
buddy, you know what? It's that dysfunctional psychology that you never have enough on when you're right,
yes.
and you always have too much on when you're wrong.
Yes, yes. And it's easy to fix, guys. Have a framework, know exactly what you're going to put on,
Yeah. Have
and
a
never
plan.
feel bad if the price goes up and you exit. Never feel bad if you exit and the price goes down, or don't feel proud. "Oh, I told you guys I called the top." No, don't do that. That's an emotional trap, because the price could have went up. Do you want to get judged and say you were wrong to exit because the price went up after you got out? No. You want to be judged because you respected your trading framework. That's the only way to survive long term in the trading world.
That's
It's
a pearl.
did I respect my trading framework? Yes. If okay, I understand. If your framework needs work, you work on it for the next trade. Okay, maybe yes, my distance from moving average, I was too greedy, but fix it
Yeah.
for the next trade. That trade, if you executed it and follow your rules, there's zero thing wrong with it, no matter what happens after, no matter what happens. And people have a hard time with that. So look, sometimes we exited Cameco at the top. But it just happened there. I'm not going to go and flaunt, "Oh, I called the top." No, it just happened that we had like, let's say I put Cameco for the fun of it there. I'll just show you what,
Yeah, I like it. I saw that top.
yeah.
It's
So
not much of a top.
let's say here, I don't know, here we had distance from moving average. It was overheating. The momentum broke down on the distance from
Yeah.
MA. So here you had a whole bunch of reasons to exit. So even if the price did keep going up and now it's going sideways, I don't know. It could consolidate for 2 months, 3 months. Maybe it's just going to rocket upwards, and
Yeah,
and
good.
that's it.
Right.
But I don't care what happened after, because
That's
I
great, Patrick.
I rolled my pull flag the way I wanted to ride it.
Yeah.
Right, I had a
Yeah.
beautiful pull flag, and I was stretched from the moving average. Why
Yeah.
stick around? So never feel bad, guys, if
Taking
you
a
exit and
profit.
the price still goes up, and never inflate your head saying, "Oh, you're the best trader because you called." It just happened because we'll only know in hindsight, right, whether that
Yeah.
was a top or not. And who cares? Like, I never play the bottoms, and I never short the tops, right? What I play is the breakout off a base, you see? Because this is a thing, Del. To have an uptrend, for you to make money, the price has to go up. For the price to go up in a probabilistic high manner, it has to be an uptrend. To have an uptrend, you need higher lows and higher highs. The only place you will see higher lows and higher highs is after a horizontal line breakout, because the previous high is flat. If you do a higher high
Yeah.
above it, right here,
Yeah.
that implies you have higher lows and you're starting to
Yeah.
build an uptrend. That's what you should be looking
That was
for.
a
People
great
trying to
signal.
catch bottoms. The
And
problem is,
a lot of people would have had trouble buying it. They would said, "Oh, I missed it on the breakout day when it
oh
was
goodness,
just
no,
beginning."
it's just
I
beginning.
used to think like that. It's hard to reach when you wanted to be long from lower, but you didn't do it. You said you'd wait for confirmation. You get the confirmation, you go, I'll wait for a pullback. Come on, who hasn't? Everyone in here, raise your hand if you've thought that. Give me a Y, and give me Y right now. Anyway, I know I have, and what
Yes,
a big mistake. So, have we learned? Anyway, that's why we do this to get better. We have to learn from our mental illnesses we have when it comes to trading. Okay, we have them. We bring them into, don't Patrick, our childhood, we bring into trading
yes,
things that we learned, scarcity, not respecting the value of money, all kinds of stuff. Or, you know what? Some people go in wanting to be punished because they don't deserve they don't deserve to be
yes,
happy.
yes, yes.
So what a great way to, punish yourself
We're
is to be a lousy trader.
we're not built. Humans are not built to be traders. We're not
Yeah.
emotionally built to be great poker players. We're not built to do these great
No.
things. We're emotional. We're crowd thinkers. We seek bias confirmation from the crowd, from
Yeah.
CNBC. But goodness, think about it, guys. If everybody around you is confirming your bias, who's left to buy? It's done. It's
I'm
done.
becoming a cyborg this year, Patrick.
Yes.
I'm going to have some AI implanted into my head that completely blocks normal human emotions in the market.
Yes. It's
Because,
yes,
yeah,
that's what you need. You need to have a robust framework, and you need to find a partner. I'm lucky I got Kevin that could balance you. I always thought that a pair of traders would always be better than a solo guy, unless a solo guy is like on the autistic spectrum or is like says a robot or something and he's able to focus. But I always thought that if you're two, and you make sure that the other guy, you keep him in check, right? The other guy wants to go long, whatever, Bitcoin. The other guy says,
yeah,
well, look, we're stretched from the moving average. We're
yeah, that's
stretched
right.
here. So if one gets the FOMO, because we're humans, we're always like
Right.
it's always after the price. Oh, Bitcoin's up 15% today. Oh, and then I missed it. And then you want to jump in, but you have to be level-headed, go back to your framework and always say, am I stretched? Always look at the moving average, guys. If I could give you a clue and show you when the low risk entries are for assets, it's it's here. It's when you're not stretched from the moving average. Here. It's not up here. Chemical could do no wrong in 2022 there. No wrong. Even here on this huge move up, Chemical could do no wrong there. So if you're stretched from the moving average, do the TA on it. People say, oh, you can't do TA on distance from moving average. Of course you can. This will tell you. Name me what do you want me to look at? Any instrument there. Um,
Let's look at the miners, and I want to ask you. I've said this about you and Kevin. So what you were just talking about. Here's the new math: 1 plus 1, if it's symbiotic, like we have here in Face with some great traders. 1 plus 1 equals 11.
that's right. Get
Okay.
more.
Yeah, maybe 11,000. Let me ask you this: you brought up Bitcoin. Have you taken any heat from being bearish Bitcoin?
I'm not bearish Bitcoin. I'm
Oh gosh.
well, okay, let's
Oh,
define it by time frame. So okay,
well, I mean, I remember long term. Kevin
uh
especially was.
well, I'm not Bitcoin's above the 12-month moving average, it's above the 3-year moving average, it's above the wall here, it's above
Yeah.
above a whole bunch of things. So there's no you don't on that time frame, you don't short what you think is going to be a top. you exit your longs if you think you're getting stretched, like we did with Cameco, etc. So Bitcoin right now is heading into a wall of distance from moving average, right? Here, the reaction here, the blow off top, here, support,
Yeah.
echo bubble, support. So that's going to be resistance. It still has, now it's at 95% above its moving average. There's 125% where it could slow down. So it probably has another 30%. It could go up above the 3-year moving average, which is the red line here. So let's do my
Do you think
distance.
Bitcoin's going to continue to outperform gold?
Well, okay. So to answer that question, all you have to do is,
The ratio chart.
yes, exactly. So right now it's an uptrend. You can't, but even look, Bitcoin's an extension of the SPX. So if I tell you that I don't like the fact that gold is, while it's nominally doing new highs, is not outperforming the SPX, it goes hand in hand. Just Bitcoin's going
Okay.
to amplify that, right? So as long as that's in an uptrend, that it's above the 12-month moving average, above the 3-year moving average, then if you force my hand to hold gold or Bitcoin as a trade, I would have to hold Bitcoin just because it's in an uptrend. It's outperforming whatever gold does, whether gold's going down or go up, Bitcoin's in an uptrend, right? So
Yeah.
is there a
Okay.
low risk entry today to do that swap? No, because now, like I showed you, you're starting to get stretched now. The low risk entry, guys, where is it? It's when when you're not
Well, I'm
stretched
looking at 40,000. How about a pullback to 40?
for the Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's look, you got to look at the SPX now because that's Bitcoin will. I was doing a study, I didn't publish it yet, but Bitcoin tops practically all
Earlier?
its important tops are 6 months to 12 to 24 months before the SPX tops. So you'll have these
Oh,
crazy
wow.
tops in Bitcoin, and then
Yeah.
the SPX is going to keep crushing higher. So
That's a good thing to know.
yes, I could.
Great
I'll show
study.
you. I was working on it. So let's say put SPX here.
You know what? You're an animal.
Well, every time I have a question, every time I have
You can answer it.
I
Good
need an
job.
answer, but an objective answer based on chart data, right? I can't just say, oh, I think it's going to do that. I need empirical evidence. I have to count the number of times something happens and not just look for that one time it happened and say, oh, it does that. You have to count, and then if it does it like 7 times out of 10, then I know it's a 70% probability.
Yeah.
So I'm just going to put my Bitcoin new price scale log.
Maybe we could, after that, maybe wrap it with your view on miners. Because, I saw a tweet of yours or a video, and I had GDX on the verge of a breakdown if it closed under 24. I was looking for about 78.6 was 7
Yes.
24.80. And we've had a nice rally in the miners.
Here.
I'm looking
Yeah.
for a pullback though.
Reporting peak in Bitcoin. Look at
Yeah,
look how
look at
the
that.
SPX grinded. The peak in
Yeah,
Bitcoin here. SPX went down a bit, but kept grinding higher and
yeah,
kept going up while Bitcoin went sideways all the way here. SPX was much higher here. Here,
yeah,
the top in 2021. Look what the SPX did while Bitcoin went sideways and down there. SPX kept going up.
yeah,
So yeah, I'm not scared too much for the SPX. As long as Bitcoin's going up and the capital flows are going to that more speculative
yeah.
asset class, then there's not that much worry for the SPX. Now they could probably maybe fall together, but every time Bitcoin's probably going to do a blow off top before the market does. The miners, yeah, let's look at the miners. Remove drawings. Okay, so the miners,
They haven't done it yet.
there's nothing happening here until there's the thing is the miners so much damage done.
Yeah,
Remove indicators. Let's refresh that here. It's what I like is that it's here's the momentum. The distance from the 3-year moving average has, here's a breakdown. So now it goes down. Now it's resetting, but
yeah,
it's
yeah.
below the 3-year moving average. There's a massive wall probably right here. That I would probably get interested in. Let me stretch
Why
that
do you use ASA?
because I have data going back all the way from to
Okay,
1968.
okay.
They're practically all the same. Look, I'll tell you, there's some miners that look great, like Wheaton,
Yeah.
Dundee. There's a whole bunch of them that forget those.
Endeavor, Fortuna. the
Yeah,
silver shares.
there's some that are doing better than but as an
40%
aggregate,
moves off the lows
but
in
no, I'm talking
Endeavor.
about like stuff there that's like London Gold, London stuff that's like at all-time highs are London Gold, New Pain. Is that the one? Here, I'll just show you London
Yeah,
Gold there. Oh, candles.
Toronto.
Why is that my internet that's slow? Goodness. Should chart. See, look at that. Like that's a miner
See,
there. Goodness.
hamsters start pedaling faster.
Look at that thing. So
Yeah,
see,
yeah,
there's some good looking charts out there,
yeah,
but as an aggregate as a whole,
yeah,
they're terrible. So
yeah,
below 16,
yeah.
I don't even talk to me about miners because they are underperform and over they're close to a massive breakdown. Goodness, that line
Yeah,
is crazy, man. If
yeah. So what? Yeah.
that line falls, it's game over. I'll show and the miners, they're just terrible. Look, I'll price them in gold.
Oh yeah,
Like
they really
if you
do
look at
look
that chart,
bad.
there's absolutely no reason to ever buy miners. Just hold gold. Look, this is since 1968, the miners have just been destroyed
Yeah,
versus gold, just destroyed. And now look, I think that's a breakdown there. Look at that, another breakdown. Goodness, very close. Oh,
generational low
that's
coming
on
up.
support. On
Yeah.
support.
All
It's
right.
not, but this is not where you buy. This
No,
is not,
you want to buy it when it breaks out.
of course, because
Yeah,
like I said, these are bear market rallies. The true move, the true move is going to be much higher. It's going to be like, you go along
oh,
miners,
yeah,
goodness, like up here somewhere there.
yeah,
As an aggregate, as a whole, if you want, there's 100% there's outperformers there. I'll show you them. There's like Whedon, like those charts are much better looking, right? Whedon's like
yeah,
close to all-time highs. Look at
yeah,
that thing. It's like a head and shoulders. It's looking like the gold chart. There's some miners. Why play JDX, Huey, AZA, and all that stuff? They're getting dragged down by all I don't want to say the crap there, but insert like all that. While there's some miners that are just outperformers. Newmont's terrible.
yeah.
Like,
Newman is.
goodness, people say, what, like, why would you play this thing? It's like, it's in a downtrend. Like, I'll do you this trick. I'll flip the chart. I'll invert the scale. It's in a beautiful uptrend, Newmont, but with
Yeah,
the scale inverted. So
right.
that's a good trick to remove bias. It's in an uptrend above the 12-month, above the 3 year, above a whole bunch of stuff, above the resistance.
Yeah,
It's got it all. So why would you even try to cherry pick a bottom here? It's suicide.
I really enjoyed talking to you again, buddy. Is it 3 months will fly again? I'll tell you. I want people to know where to find uh, two of the hardest working technicians I know with very good insights. If this is your thing, Patrick and Kevin at Bad Charts One. Um, that's where you can find Patrick. You take questions if people send you DMs on X, don't you?
Yeah, people, anybody, my DMs are open. I don't block anybody there. Trolls are welcome. It's no
Yeah,
problem.
try. All right. You really have a great attitude. You want to show your website?
Yeah, show it. Sure. Yeah, why not?
Yeah.
Let me show you the website, guys, a little bit. Uh, North Star. So yeah, I have a website with Kevin. Now you can see, you're seeing the inside. I'm logged in now. So we have a whole bunch. We do crazy amount of posts,
Yeah.
video requests, the whole shebang there. And we have currently we have a 50% discount deal there for spring break. But
Oh,
look, anyways, I'm not here to pitch the website there, just to share with your audience there. It's great enough for us there. But when people want, actionable trades and more of our attention, that's a problem with social media. I do take DMs and I try to respond to people on the Twitter, but I'll always prioritize and give the actionable information to our members, right? That's one of the reasons Kevin and we started the website was because we were getting overridden by DMs and stuff on social
yeah.
media. We said we have to you know
Filter it. Yeah.
we had to, and like we're super cheap. We're probably some people, our members, they tell us, man, it's like it could be 10 times as much for the amount of content and stuff we offer there. It's like it's crazy. We're super cheap, but it's just that's what it is. Kevin and I, we didn't want to, we just wanted to create a database of all our work in one place. And that's why we created North Star bat charts.
Well, you did people a favor to be able to glean your work, buddy. So give Kevin my best regards. We've been talking for a few years here, Patrick. So I
Yeah.
want to thank you for coming in every quarter or so and edifying the face community. Thank you, my
Uh,
trading water brother. Yeah.
I learn every time I talk to you, Dale. And to anybody there, we keep learning every day, and that's the goal.
Okay. Patrick Karim,
All right.
everybody.
Take
At
care,
Bad
guys.
Charts 1, check them out. Thanks, bro.
Ciao.
I'll get a hold of you on Twitter. You'll answer my DM, right? To set
I'll-
up the next day.
always.
All right, bro. All
Bye.
right, so that's it, everyone. You joined the team in 11 minutes. People are thanking you, Patrick, and the team will be ready in 10 minutes now on the morning edge. Don't just count your bars and coins and shares. Count your blessings. Adios.
Hey traders, this is Blake Morrow with Forex Analytix. Thanks for stopping by our YouTube channel. Don't forget to like these videos, share them, and subscribe to our channel so you don't miss any of the content that we provide here for free. Thanks for stopping by. I'll see you in the next video.